Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into KBC Channel 1, where intellectual teams from various high schools are given the opportunity to air out their ideologies. What better way to do it than to debate?
On the Great Debaters Contest. I am your host, Esperancia Kapanga.
And I am Chris Buru.
The motion of the day today is organ donation should be made compulsory for all brain-dead patients.
Well, proposing this motion, we have St. Clair's High School.
And opposing the motion, we have Njonjo Girls High School. Proposer number 1, you have 3 minutes.
Every 12 minutes, a new name finds itself onto the waiting list of those in need of organs for transplant. An average of 21 people die every single day because they lack organs to replace theirs that are faulty. One brain-dead patient can save up to a minimum of 8 lives. All these are facts, according to the American Transplant Foundation, released in June 2017. So, would I, Atikinyi Kisaka, be wrong to propose the motion that says organ donation should be made compulsory for all brain-dead patients? Let's take a case example of Lions Hospital here on Kenyan soil. These people import corneas all the way from India, yet we have our own lying wasted away in mortuaries and rotting away in graves. Do you people understand the joy of giving back sight and bringing back color into the life of a woman who has been suffering with eye cataract for the last 25 years of her life? Let us take a look at the living donors. These people undergo challenges such as hyperfiltration, high blood pressure, and proteinuria. This is a study released by Kenyatta National Hospital and University of Nairobi in 2014. But does a brain-dead person undergo the same challenges? Remember, this person is dead. Fast forward about 5 years ago today, we were against polio as cultures and religions of Kenya. But today, we have come to accept it, though too little, too late. Because how many people have been declared disabled or dead? Are we waiting for 20 years down the line so that we can regret about the people who have died? Or are we going to propose this motion and save lives today? If Iran can legalize this, does it mean that we are mere Lilliputians? We cannot go beyond ourselves and achieve a goal? If a woman, by the way, I fail to understand. My fellow opponents are going to be future mothers. But if a woman can be allowed to rent her womb, so that she can be able to help another who cannot bring forth life, why can't a dead man be allowed to bring back 8 lives or to help 8 lives? If what is good for goose is good for gander, then if surrogacy is a virtue, so should organ donation.
First opposer, you have 3 minutes to make your case.
Donation and compulsory. What an oxymoron this motion is. Opposing firmly the motion that says organ donation should be made compulsory for all brain-dead patients is Christina Roy from the mighty Njonjo Girls High School. On to my first point. We can talk about violation of human rights. Everybody here knows about our Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights, which is Chapter 4, Article 26(1). Who does not know about that? We have the UN Charter Rights that says that all human beings have a right to live. On to my second point. We can talk about unethical physicians, or rather corrupt physicians. A question is, if you are here, would you agree that you'll be denied your right to live just because you're brain dead? Mark you, my dearest proposers, that brain death is not a permanent situation. Now let me tell you that if those unethical doctors who are corrupt are just going to come and claim that I am brain dead, whereas I'm in a coma. For what purpose? Promotion of the black market. Through selling my own organs for the purpose of satisfying their pockets. Now, as I had asked you earlier, would you just accept that your mother or whoever is your relative lives to be taken just because they are brain dead? And as just said, it is not a permanent situation. Thank you, and think about that.
Second proposer, you have 3 minutes for cross-examination.
I believe my opponents here do not actually understand the definition of brain death. Nekesa Ofula here. Brain death is a condition in which all cells of the brain are dead. And you cannot survive without brain cells. For goodness sake, the brain supports the whole body. It does everything for you. And you cannot do without the brain. And by saying it's not a permanent situation, you are lying to our viewers here. You're lying to them. And again, you've talked about corrupt physicians. From where? From where? The Hippocratic oath that all medical students take is to protect the lives of their patients. And you've not even given us examples of such doctors. So it means it's not true, just mere speculations. Violation of human rights. Okay, and you're violating the right to live. And the brain dead patients are clinically dead, literally dead, because nothing can be done to salvage them. You're talking about violation of human rights. It is true to say that you have the right to live. Very true. And it is also true that, as you have quoted the Constitution, I don't know which act, you have the right to live. I accept. But remember, the state also has rights. Rights meant to bring uniformity to all of its member states. If we do not have a state, we'll have anarchy. And when we have anarchy, the rights you so claim to have are valueless. So why don't we embrace what is meant for the common good of everyone? Make this legal, and organs will be present in abundance. Statistics have shown, according to World Health Organization report, which was made on, June 26th, just 2017, the other year, 95% of the American population do advocate for organ donation. They advocate. But less than 30% are willing to donate their organs. So do you want us to sit back and wait for them to decide whether they'll donate or not? Why don't we make this compulsory and everyone will donate? It is understandable that my opponents could be arguing this case out with very good intentions. But remember, the road to hell was paved with good intentions.
Second opposer, you have 3 minutes for your rebuttal.
I'm lost for words. Like literally lost for words. First, let me start by correcting my proposers. It seems to me that you did not conduct your research to the maximum. First, I want to correct you. Brain dead doesn't mean you are dead. You see, if you are dead, you'll be 6 feet under. But you're talking about brain dead, not actual dead. To support this, actually, you see, even if, according to Encarta science, the chances of surviving is 5%. 5% is 5 over 100, which is 0.5%. Remember, there is this 5%. Why are you not considering the 5%? Why are you not ignoring them? Why are you not assuming, mind you, that these 5% also have their right to live? It doesn't make them any less human beings just because chances of them living is 0.5%. Remember, the chance of them living still does exist. So you cannot just remove them out of the system. They still have that right. Put that in mind, please. I'm Ann Karaoke from Njonjo Girls, strongly opposing the motion that states organ donation should be made compulsory for all dead for all dead patients. First, I'll start by backing up or even as continuing with what I've just said, that brain death is not a permanent situation. Why am I saying this? According to www.straitstimes.com, we are told of this boy by the name Trenton McKinley who had fractured his head when he was playing and he was pronounced brain dead. But then, even the parents had already been convinced that they can sign the donation papers and were already through with the paperwork, meaning they had already given their son's organs to be transplanted. But hours before the transplant was carried out, this boy wriggled his toes and was back to life. These are the kind of people whom you are denying their right to live. This brain dead person still has a right to live. There are chances of recovery that should not be thrown to drain, that should not be ignored. Please put that in mind. And to my second point, we have spreading of diseases. Why am I saying this? As our proposers have just said that medicine students go to school to learn so that they can help the patients. But then they may be skilled in books, but not skilled when doing the real thing. Not one, not two doctors have we witnessed being taken to court for inefficiency. And that's what we're stating here. There are doctors who are inefficient, who are not so competent, who are not so credible. This is because, you see, there are places, before you want to transplant an organ, screening has to be done. But there may be some mistakes in this screening, such that you may take an organ from a person that the donor grafts that the organ cannot match with the recipient's plant. This means that there is wastage of resources. These organs have been taken without proper screening, and then you find out they cannot match with the recipient, meaning there is wastage of resources. Then there's some other diseases that cannot be detected. According to www.baptisteye.com, some cannot be detected: glaucoma, diabetic eye disease, and also it means that these diseases will be spreading. So in the name of losing one and saving 5 more, we will actually be losing one and losing 5 more. There are diseases that cannot be detected, meaning we'll be spreading diseases. Please think about that. Thank you.
The proposers have been asked, why would they want to deny the person who does not have consciousness the right to die with all their organs intact, just in case they did not actually want to donate their organs while they were still alive? And the opposers have been asked, are they aware that somebody who is brain dead actually cannot breathe on their own, therefore is actually not able to support their own life? Proposer number 3, you have 3 minutes to answer the question.
Karen Wangare, here to propose the motion by answering her question. It is true to say that you have the right to donate or not to donate. But remember, these rights were brought to you thanks to the government, thanks to the state. This state brought these rights to you to help you and to help many others in that state. So if you make it compulsory, we are actually helping the many others in the state. So why not embrace this organ donation and make it compulsory? Because the bottom line is, we are doing this for the good of everyone. Stop being selfish. The rules weren't meant for you, they were meant for everyone. I think my opponents did not understand the term brain death. This is ceasing of all the brain functions. Remember, no one can function when the brain is dead. As what we had said earlier, they are clinically dead. To add on to what had been said, I'd like to pose a question. To what extent are you willing to reach just to get that one thing that you've been desperately looking for? In relation to what you are talking about, to what extent are you willing to go just to get, say, about 16 million from human trafficking? I can only imagine. Yes, you've got the point. The girl behind, yeah, it's what you're thinking. So this is where the government comes in, to control illegal trafficking. There have been numerous cases in India about human trafficking, selling organs so that they can get this desperate money. So why not make it compulsory? Put it under the wing of the government and prevent the sale of these organs. And providing solutions. To add on to that, if we make organ donation compulsory, we are actually killing two birds with one stone. How? According to the statistics of the Kenya National Hospital, in their renal audit published in May 25th, statistics show that organ transplant mainly affects the young and productive generation. Those people who should be busy in offices and chambers, specializing on what they ought to do best, are busy wasting away in hospitals. So why don't we make this organ donation compulsory? Save lives and save the economy. Because according to business, labor is a basic factor of production, right? Don't answer me. I know you know the answer. As I finish, to my opponents, you see, I love your ambitions, but your points are not based on scientific research and sound facts. Therefore, they are mere platitudes.
Third opposer, you have 3 minutes to answer the question.
I believe in my relationship with my maker. I will survive. I want to live. These are my organs. These are mine. Stop taking them. You don't ask for my consent, yet you won't take them. You don't pay. Olivia Mudhoni from the mighty Njonjo girls opposing the motion that states organ donation should be made compulsory for brain-dead patients. I am pleasured to answer your question. We shall not keep on refuting on the meaning of brain death. Brain death is a situation where the cells of the brain are dead. The person is not dead. Get that right. So this person can still have chances to survive. If you don't get that right, we have given you cases. If you don't believe, log into www.troika.com and get over 50 cases of people who have survived this disease. No human is obligated to save a life. Saving a life is your own concern. So telling me that it's a law that I give out my organs because I want to save a life, it's not even realistic. I want to say that the government cannot force you to give up our houses because the government cannot force us to give up our houses because it's a law. The same way, because according to the Constitution states that there is the right, according to the Constitution chapter 4, the Bill of Rights, Article 26, it states that we have right to use our property. My organs are my properties. I have the right to enjoy my organs and my property. The same Constitution also states that I have a right of income of my property. If I give my property, I should be refunded. This motion does not provide for that. I also want to say, everyone in this life, when you are created, you have dreams. So this person also has dreams. And that's why this brain dead patient may not want to give out his organs because this person has dreams that I may survive and I may do something that will help the economy of a country. I would also want to say that, is it reasonable that, let me ask you as a question. You're told to give up your organs, yet you want to live your life. It's not even possible. On the point of being selfish, we are involved in the making of the law. So I'm also supposed to be asked. Don't tell me I'm selfish because I'm saying that organ donation should not be made compulsory. Thank you.
Proposition, you have 1 minute to wrap up your case.
I'd like to get this: how many people actually survive from brain death? Lack of planning on your part does not have to be our emergency. I tend to have a cold whenever I listen to contagious lies. Among the many human weaknesses, one is acting on impulse. Remember when polio vaccine was first introduced into the country? We were all against it. We were busy clinging on to our cultural beliefs. But then, how many lives were lost while we were busy clinging on to our cultural beliefs? Isn't that why we study?
to get rid of these mythical explanations, if we bring it back to organ donation, how many people need to lose their lives, or how many deaths are you waiting to witness to finally get a wake-up call and embrace organ donation? Food for thought.
Opposition, you have 1 minute to wrap up your case.
Okay, I want to emphasize as my final submission of what I said about the rights of a person, the rights of a living person to live. Once again, as patriotic citizens we should be very versed with the Constitution, and I repeat this for your sake. The Bill of Rights is in Chapter 4 of Article 26, and it states clearly that everyone has a chance of living. You see, if you're brain dead once again, means that your cells in the brain are dead, and not you dead, not the whole body being dead. So this is my point, that as long as you are living, as long as you're not pronounced dead, that's why we're saying brain dead and not dead. As long as you're not been pronounced dead, it means you have still your right of living. And then, like the good opposers that we are, we want to give you options. Since we refuse this, let us give you options that you can opt rather than making this organ donation compulsory. One, there's conscription of organs after death. According to Encarta Science, it states that after a person dies, there's 48 hours within which an organ can be removed and then given. So wait for this person to die and then get these organs and donate them. And two, this organ donation euthanasia, meaning that when this person, mercy killing, euthanasia means mercy killing, and it's very much accepted. So you can, when the situation commands mercy killing, then you agree for the donation of the organs. Thank you.
I want to encourage you that despite the results, what we have at the end of it all is a developed skill that you have already done for you to come up to this stage. So I want to appreciate, let me start with the mighty Njonjo. That's what I had the introduction being, is it? Yes. Well done. Christine, I think you started off well with the unethical practitioners, examples, and the likes. And I think it was cross-examined that you should give examples. Sometimes it's good to pick up one, all right? It affirms the case for you. I think opposing this motion could have been an uphill, but we understand. For you as a debater, anything is possible, all right? Christine, you're penalized because you did not utilize your time fully, so that was noted. But well done for your team. Anne, you gave some facts. I remember you talked about the 5% survival, all right, and the likes. Sometimes every time you give such facts, it's good to get your resource. But I want to appreciate the fact you're very passionate, all right, that you have a stage presence and you're not intimidated. That was good, and keep it up. Very good examples and submissions. Apart from that 5% one, the others you credited, so it doesn't mean that all the others were off, all right? Olivia, good creative start. I think you capture my attention as well. Well done, all right? You can clap, yes, if you want to clap. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. To Sinclair, wonderful teamwork as well. That was beautiful. Atikenyi Kisaku, you know how you started, I think that was commendable because you started off with the research. Okay. You started off with very good research talking about what a brain-dead patient, how many patients they would save. You talked about the number of lives we lose because they could not get such donations, and you credited those sources. That was well done, all right? Wafula as well, good cross-examination. I think you dwelt more on listening. That told us that you listened to the team and you worked out your role well. Karen, very good as well in terms of answering the questions and confidence. And I think you gave a submission about how it will kill illegal trades and the likes. To both teams, it was good. The difference is minimal. Let's wait and see.
We have a 1% difference in this very tight race today. Njonjo girls, the judges awarded you 69%. Let us appreciate them. St. Clair Secondary School, with a 1% difference, the judges awarded you 70%, making you the winners of the debate.
Congratulations to both teams for a job well done. We'd like to appreciate all those who've made this possible. Blaze by Safaricom, Brown Kenya Board. Reminder to all schools that you implement at least one sustainable development goal for your communities and also for your schools so as to make Kenya a better place. Remember, the conversation still continues on our social media platform. The hashtag is GDC for SDGs. Until next time, I have been your host, Chris Boru.
And I am Esperanza Kapanga. Catch you next time.